Tim's Workshop out here in the mini shed. Going to continue on with part 2 of the carburetor for the 1964 Honda 90 CT200. As you saw in the last video, I talked about getting a new gasket, and I went and got the whole kit. I went to Everett Powersports, which is, they deal with Honda motorcycles and different equipment for Honda. I got a hold of them and they said, yeah, we have a kit for a CT200 in our eBay store. Okay, so this is how you get it. Comes with gaskets, O-rings, new jet, everything you need in there. We're going to open it up and we'll start replacing parts on this 1964 Honda CT200. Now the CT90, the carburetor is different, okay? Instead of the throttle entering from the front side, it comes out the top, okay? On the top on this carburetor is your air breather, okay? It goes up to your air box, so it's a little different. Quite a bit different actually. So make sure you order, if you're going to rebuild one of these CT200s, make sure you get the right kit for it, okay? So what we'll do is we'll start taking that thing apart piece by piece and lay it out in order that we took it apart, and then we'll match up the new parts to the old as we put them in the carburetor. We're going to clean the carburetor once we have it all apart and make sure it's clean before we start putting it together. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, leave comments, hit the notification bell. If you like, give me a like. Hit the old hand thing and let your friends and family and your doggies too know about Tim's Workshop on my YouTube. Alright, let's get going on this carburetor for the CT200 Honda 90. Oh, in case you're wondering what the kit number is, it's KH, which is the Keihin carburetor, dash 0676N. Let's start taking this thing apart. We already took apart this part here, which is a little crusty inside, so we're going to get that cleaned, which consisted of the spring, okay, it goes inside here, gasket that's ripped, so we'll put the new gasket on, which is actually an O-ring, and then the little washer, you know, put the cover on, the washer, my Cardo washer, and the screw. It's actually a bolt or screw, either one. So you can put on a 6-point socket on it. I guess the next thing is we'll take this part off. And like I say, we'll put them in order. Okay, put that there. And this has like a wobble washer, tension washer. You take the screws out, and then this cover plate, right? And make sure when you put it back on, these points are pointing towards the information on the side here, which shows open, reserve, and closed. So we'll put that up there. This is the wavy washer, okay? That puts tension on it, so it pushes down on there. And then this piece comes off, and it comes off with the raised portion on the outside and the recessed area on the inside. Okay, get the pick. So there is some pins up here, 2 pins, and they lock it in so it doesn't slide around. And I think when you put it on the 2 pins, you're going to be lined up with the holes here. Now one of these holes is kind of small, so you want the larger holes down here. Line up with these 3 holes here. You want the same diameter holes on those. Let's get this O-ring out of here. There we go. these are the ones that I believe have the springs on them, and these are just solid. And when they go down, they go all the way in and bottom out. These two here are your adjustments. This is the throttle, idle, adjust, and this one here is the air fuel mix. Okay, so this is coming out pretty easy. There we go. So this carburetor has been rebuilt, okay? He just didn't replace everything for whatever reason, I don't know. So we'll lay these here. They're going to go back in. Now this one here, apparently he didn't have it in the kit, so I don't know. But this one here, the O-ring and that, they're good. And these two over here look new too. So when he said he rebuilt it, I think he did some of it, but he didn't do all of it for whatever reason. There we go. Wow, that was really in there. And this has an O-ring too, which makes it difficult to get out. But this one looks old. That's interesting. There's still a piece in there. Oh, I see. Let's see if I can get it out. Well, it came out. Now I got to find it. Oh, there it is. Huh. Well, put those two together. Yeah, I had to go down inside the air intake and push it out. So how many turns did I do this? Let's see. Half, full, half. So a turn and a half is what that ended up being. Okay. And there we go. Okay, now let's get the throttle one out. Okay, so this one is longer. The one that goes in for the throttle. This one's shorter. I guess the next thing is get the bowl apart. I had to put a new battery in. It was getting low. I hate going and doing the video and all of a sudden when you go to edit you find out that you're missing part of your video because there's no sound, or it just cut off in the middle of it because the battery was so low. Okay, put all these up there. Get these out of the way. And these screws are 18 inch-pounds. As heavy as it is, you would think it was steel, but it's not. It's aluminum. It's going to make a mess because there's fuel in it. So I'm going to take it outside here and give it a wrap on my other table. So I got it apart. I did have to wrap it pretty good, but I used the rubber side of the screwdriver. Hit it on the side and it will come apart. So here we go. So we got one jet there to take out. Hopefully it will come out. Let's get this float out of here first. Okay. There we go. Let's put it over here. And the pin over here. There's no spring on this. I'm basically taking this apart so you guys can see how it goes together. I'm going to match up these parts and see if there's anything different. But a lot of these parts are brand new, so I'm going to put them back in. And I'm going to save this kit for what I don't need for future rebuild. Or if I sell it, I'll give it to the person that buys it. This gasket looks good. So I take it back. He did rebuild it, like I said earlier. He didn't put a new gasket in on that one cover on the bottom for whatever reason. Maybe this kit doesn't have it. I don't know. We'll find out. So there's a gasket, which is brand new. It looks good. Even this is good. See if we can get this jet out of here. Oh yeah. That's lucky to get that thing out like that. So we'll put that over here. Yeah, we're almost down to where we can spray it and through the openings. Make sure everything's clean. Okay, let's see what fits this thing. Ooh, there we go, right there. First try. Use this. There we go. This is the seat, and that's the float needle. Got some carb cleaner. We'll clean out these holes. Get that. There's a hole here. Oh yeah, that goes in through those two. There's a hole up here. Hole down inside here. Okay, one there. Turn upside down. And the other half. It's like a little tiny hole on top of this. Let's spray in here. It might come out that hole. Yep, it does. Comes out that hole. Alrighty. So that's all cleaned up. Got to get the bowl. There we go. Get this one. Okay, that's clean. This piece here looks pretty old, so if the kit doesn't have it, I'm going to reuse that. I have to reuse that old one, but I might take the O-ring off, clean it with a wire brass brush, put the new O-ring on it. Okay. And this is the seat. Okay. Got that all clean. And I think that's it. I got the camera so we can do a close-up. The first thing I notice is this hole here is not very good on this gasket. So we are going to put the newer gasket on. Okay. So we'll start putting this thing together. First off, we want to put the seat in. And we're reusing the old seat. It's still good. Okay, tighten this down. Okay, then we're going to use the this guy. This guy's clean. All these little holes. I just looked up in the light. All these holes are clean and open. Okay. So we'll get this down inside there. Okay, there's that. Okay, and there's this piece here. This is all clean and ready to go. So we'll put that down inside there. There we go. Okay, got that in. And then we'll put this guy. Now, in the kit, I'm looking, and I don't see that guy. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean this up before we put it in, and we'll put the new O-ring in it. So let's get the other one in, which is this one here. And this one's good. Yeah, you have to push down because that O-ring. I got it. Okay. Then these two, the long one goes to the this hole here, because that is for the throttle. Okay, then back that off. Let's see, half, full, half. We'll go with that, because I did churn that out from what I had. I had both of these at 1 1/4 churns out. I had to pull both of them out further, especially the RPM. So let's put this guy in there. This is for the air fuel mixture. And then back it off, half, full, half. That's good. Okay, so now put this down over there. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then the needle for the seat. Okay, then the float. And then the pin goes through to hold the hold this float in there. The float was good. It didn't have any holes in it. Okay, then we take a look at this float. Yep, looks good. Goes on like this. These screws, and we'll get the torque wrench out to torque this down too, but we'll get all the rest of the parts on there first. Okay, now this guy. So let's see. Okay, there's that. This guy. Okay. Then this guy. There we go. All right, there we go. That's good. You got to make sure that those little tabs are going with the screws here. You got to make sure they're all the way in, so it's all the way down. And there we go. All right, so that's good. Get the screen back in. Okay, the O-ring. And gasket. Okay, and then screw that tight. Hopefully that doesn't leak. And then this gasket on the bottom. That's the same gasket, and it's good because it sits up above. If the gasket's flat, it's no good anymore. Definitely that's no good. So the only thing left now is to get my wire brush, get this cleaned. Since this is old, the gasket's probably old too. I'll just put a new gasket on it, make sure. Since I have one in the kit. And that'll be it. And then we'll put it back on the bike. Back out here, we're going to get the O-ring off of this, and we're going to wire wheel this last part so we can get it on the bike. Let's get this O-ring off of here. This O-ring's actually still good, so we're going to try to get it off without ruining it. There we go. Still looks good. Looks pretty good. Got some more in the middle there. And there we go. Looking good. I'm going to put the new gasket on, but I'll save the old gasket since it's still good. Slide this new gasket over. There we go. Now, we can put this in there. And of course it's going to be tight because it's because you got to get that O-ring through there. I think I'll put maybe just a dab of juice on that. The old marine stable. I think that will work. There we go. I think that will work just fine. Otherwise, we'll be fighting it all the way in, and we don't want to do that. Yeah, and we definitely don't want to rip it. And this gets tightened down all the way. This thing is all together now. So the carb semi-rebuild is all done. The next video I'm going to do is putting the carb back on, get some fuel in it, hook up the hoses and stuff, get it started, and take it around the yard and make sure that the shift gears are working. I'm not going to be able to go all through the gears yet. Go around the yard to make sure that it is going forward. So want to make sure that happens. And then once I get a helmet, I'll just get an open face helmet, cheap, older, classic, hopefully, that somebody's trying to get rid of. And then we'll take it out and go around the neighborhood, go through the gears, make sure all the gears are working. Okay? So until next time, we'll see ya.